Want to learn how to sew gathers finished with a beautiful French seam? Well, this tutorial is for you. We'll be using a 1.5 centimeter or 5/8 of an inch seam allowance to sew our gathers. First off, if your pattern doesn't have notches, make sure that you mark the halfway and quarter-way points on your seams. This will help you align and evenly spread the gathers. To begin, sew 2 rows of basting stitches along the longer piece you are planning to gather. Set your stitch length to the longest possible. Your stitches should be 0.6 centimeters or 1/4 of an inch from the raw edge and spaced 0.6 centimeters or 1/4 of an inch apart, with long threads left at both the beginning and end. Be sure that the basting stitches do not intersect to avoid difficulties during gathering. A pro tip, if you are meticulous and really getting the hang of sewing, you might consider spacing your gathers 0.3 centimeters or 1/8 of an inch from the raw edge and apart. This will ensure all the basting threads are trimmed off during the French seam process. If not, 1/4 of an inch is absolutely fine and will still have your seams looking really beautiful at the end of your project. Next, place the fabric wrong sides together, matching the middle notch and securing it with a pin. Then gently pull the top 2 basting threads to slide the fabric along the threads and create gathers. Keep adjusting the gathers until the halfway and quarter-way marks align and the longer piece of fabric lays flat against the shorter one. Make sure the gathers are distributed evenly across the sections, adding pins as necessary to hold the gathers in place. Repeat this process for each section using your thumbnail to adjust the gathers as needed. After you've pinned everything in place, place your garment with gathers facing up. Grab your iron and give the gathers a quick press. This helps to keep them in place as you sew. At your sewing machine, position your garment with gathers facing upward, aligning the raw edges with the 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch guide on your machine. Sew along the seam allowance at a slow pace, ensuring the gathers are evenly being fed under the presser foot. Once sewn, place your fabric with the gathers face down so you have only one clear stitch line in view. Next, we will move on to trimming. Now here's where to be a little careful, as it's where most slip-ups with the French seam occur due to not trimming closely enough. Here is an example of this mistake on a regular French seam. You can see on the right side, those pesky raw edges are visible, so when trimming, ensure you trim the seam back to 0.3 centimeters or 1/8 of an inch to keep those sneaky threads hidden. Place the seam open with the right side facing up and press the seam allowance to one side. Next, fold the fabric with right sides together and using your fingertips, roll the seam towards the outer edge. Use as many pins as you need. Grab your iron and give the gathers a quick press. At the machine, ensure the gathers are facing up. Align the press edge with the 0.6 centimeter or 1/4 of an inch guide on your machine. Again, take it slow when sewing over the gathers to ensure they are even. Once sewn with the wrong side facing up, press the seam allowance upwards. Then turn your garment right side up and press the frill up towards the seam line. And just like that, you have successfully added an easy yet beautiful gathering detail to your garment. If you love sewing, we've got something to help you plan out your creations. Our awesome and awesomely free PDF sewing planner. Jot down your measurements, hack plans, and supplies for every project and add your fabric swatches and garment sketches. Use one of our 4 Croquis models or sketch on the blank planner pages. It also includes a collection planner for organizing swatches and styling ideas for mini wardrobe collections and a 12-month sewing calendar. Get all your measurements sorted with our journal and step-by-step video tutorial, which walks you through how to take each measurement. Download your planner for free at madelabel.co/planner so you can get creative and plan out the wardrobe of your dreams.